Dance if you don't give a fuck. Dance on them. Dance on them. Dance if you don't give a fuck. Dance on them. Watch me twerk, I'm bad. Twerk it, bend it. Watch me dance, I'm bad. Dance on them, dance on them. I'm a bad girl and I don't give a fuck. Don't care, I don't give a fuck. A bad girl and I don't give a fuck. Never did. Body bad, face bad, bad did. Watch me twerk, twerk, I'm bad. Shake it, throw it back, I'm bad. Watch me dance, twerk, I'm bad. Dance on them, dance on them. Don't stop, 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 don't stop. I'm a bad girl. A real bad girl. Real one. He want me cause I'm bad. He want it. He looking cause I'm bad. Yeah, you looking. Glossy lips, curvy hips, I'm bad. I'm popping, you hating, I'm bad. Pressure. You want me to care so bad. So bad. You want me to like you so bad. Keep wishing, but I don't give a fuck. Don't care. Watch me twerk, twerk, I'm bad. Twerk it, bend it. Watch me dance, I'm bad. Dance on them, ayy, ayy, dance on them, ayy, ayy, dance on them, ayy, ayy, dance on them. Don't stop. Yo, ask me if I give a fuck. The answer is no, I don't give a fuck. No, at all. I'm too bad to give a fuck. Too bad. I'm too hot to give a fuck. Stay mad and stay pressed. Stay pressed. I'm happy and blessed. Blessed up. Stress free, living lovely. Fuck my enemies. Ain't a friend of me. Never heard of me. Always watching me. Stay talking about me. Keep talking. I hope you like the view. Look at it. I know your man do. Yup. That's why you mad, but I don't give a fuck. Not one. Hands up if you don't give a fuck. Hands up, hands up. Lighters up if you don't give a fuck. Light it up. Twerk if you don't give a fuck. Twerk it. Dance if you don't give a fuck. Dance on them. Light. Watch me twerk. I'm bad. Twerk it. Bend it. Bend it. Watch me dance, I'm bad. Dance on them, dance on them. I'm a bad girl and I don't give a fuck. Don't care, I don't give a fuck at all. Bad girl and I don't give a fuck. Never did. Body bad, face be hair neat. Watch me twerk, I'm bad. Shake it, throw it back, I'm bad. Watch me dance, I'm bad. Run it, dance on them, hey, dance on them, dance on them, dance on them. Don't stop, don't stop. Dance on them, dance on them. Don't stop, don't stop. Yeah, your last girl was cool, but she ain't doing it like a stag. She ain't doing it like a stag. And them other girls look good, but can they work it like a stag? Can they work it like a stag? Bitches money making better known as the stag. Hanging around your daddy neck just like a damn medallion. Body so on point, so I be dressing like I'm swimming. Bitches get offended, can't handle all this pimping. Young Tina Snow, hard on the hoe. You can get down with this money or get down on the floor. Ayy, he thought I was a singer. I told him I'm a swagger, I ain't no R&B, bitch. Nigga, come and lick the rapper.
Baby, I like the way you ride and push back on it. It lets me know you own it. Girl, let's get into it. I'm on it, so let's do it. Baby, you're a stallion. Love the way you move it.
Yeah, your last girl was cool, but she ain't doing it like a stallion. No. She ain't doing it like the stallion. Them other girls are good, but can they work it like a stallion? Can they work it like a stallion? Work it like a stallion. Work it like a stallion.
Shawty might look good, but it don't mean shit if she can't
work it like a stallion. Work it like a stallion.
I love it when she work it like a stallion.
In heels, working a wheel, whipping a foreign like a cutlass. Real big titties, big butt, bitch. Young and so young. Picture me dripping in sweat. My body so hot and so wet. You running your hands through my hair. I'm poking it out in the air. Hey, I got all these niggas asking who the fuck this staggin' is. See my Instagram pics, now you tryna give me the dick. Sexy red lips, sexy outfit. I'm giving it to him so hard, I'm giving it to him so good. He loving this shit.
Baby, I like the way you ride and push back on it. It lets me know you own it. Then let's get into it. I'm on it, so let's do it. Baby, you're a stallion. Love the way you move it.
Yeah, your last girl was cool, but she ain't doing it like a stallion. No. She ain't doing it like the stallion. Them other girls are good, but can they work it like a stallion? Can they work it like a stallion? Work it like a stallion. Work it like a stallion.
Shawty might look good, but it don't mean shit if she can't
work it like a stallion. work it like a stallion.
I love it when she work it like a stallion.
He say he ain't hitting my line no more, cause I don't never text back. I told that nigga shut up, cause this 100 times he done said that. Nigga shit acting like he gone, but I bet you he be back. Who else be working it, working it, working it, working it, throwing it back like that?
Baby, I love the way you ride and push back on it. It lets me know you own it. Girl, let's get into it. I'm on it, so let's do it.
All right, welcome in, Royals. We are back. Listen here, I had to warm it up. I had to set the scene because we are about to talk about some, some adult conversations. And I feel like adults need to have this conversation because it's so much immature behavior going on when it comes to like friendships and things like that. And there is no boundaries. There are no boundaries. I feel like you should have boundaries. Like if we're cool, we should be able to have boundaries. I should be able to voice my opinion and it be respected and vice versa, right? Let's go ahead and jump right on into it, honey. And like I said, I wanted to take a few days, kind of let it sink in. Hey Margie, how are you doing? Good to see you. I wanted to take a few days just to kind of see what was going to happen, what was going on, and things like that. Well, baby, we got our answers because Funky Dineva has come out here and said, you know what? I've been quiet long enough. And, even though I have these diagnoses, I'm not going to focus on me and my health right now. I'm going to put my time and attention into something that can wait. And if he was going to say something, I feel like Funky could have come out and said, you know what? Hey guys, I know you guys are seeing things going on in the blogs and things like that, but at this time, I want to refrain from speaking of someone that I once cared for, somebody that I love, and so on and so forth, right? And I want to take time to focus on my health. All that other stuff could have waited, you know? But Funky feels like, oh, well, if Tamar has the upper hand, then she gets to say whatever, and I get to look, like this big horrible person. Well, it wouldn't be the first time because when it first come out, you look like the horrible person. Because we were trying to figure out how was it that you guys were together, y'all partied out, and to say the least, we could tell like by the look on your face that you did not want to be there. The look on your face said, you would have been interested in hanging out and doing something else with your time. You did not seem interested. And my thing is boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. It goes back to those boundaries. If Tamar had brought someone around you that you felt it was very uncomfortable, it made you feel a certain type of way, that would have been a time to pull my friend aside and say, you know what? I love you. I care about you. And, I'm not knocking what you do, but I'm just gonna go ahead and excuse myself. I don't want to make it a big scene, but sis, let's just hang out. I want to talk to you like one on one. And that one on one meet, and right then and right there, that would have given me the opportunity to see how she was going to receive it, and if she was going to be willing to move forward in our friendship and respecting my boundaries. Right? Okay, one or two times, okay, what's going on here? But after that first time of you being introduced to that environment, Funky, I feel like you should have said something sooner. Don't put the put a pot of water on the stove and wait until it starts boiling to say, "Oh, you know what? I actually didn't want that. I'm gonna bake me a meatloaf. I'm not gonna make the lasagna. I'ma just bake the meatloaf." You know, like I said, we all have choices, and it's so easy for us to point the finger at our friends or at somebody when things are heated and they didn't go our way. Once again, I feel like this is promotion. I'll say it out loud. I feel like this is promotion for her heartbreak album, um, with her, firing back on her attorney's letterhead with, promoting her song. And, you know, I think that this is because the day and age that we're in right now, it's PR stunts. It is promotion. I mean, who doesn't want to be talked about when they have an album? Because when they get in the algorithm of her, then her music and things starts to pop up. But I do want to say this: if Mendices, now this is what Funky said. Funky said that Mendices and not Candy, Tamar have this like very friendly relationship where she sits in his lap. Um, they're, you know, well, Funky said that a friend of Mendices and Tamar went upstairs and he was like, "Well, y'all were asking why didn't I go upstairs?" He said because the way that they were making out in the car, he didn't want to be like a third wheel. And see, this is the problem right here. This is the problem. This is the problem with Funky right here. I thought Funky had a man. Like where was your man? Why weren't you entertaining your loved one? Why was I mean, where was your dude? So you're just going out, you're in a relationship, but you're going out with your single friend so she can have a good time. I mean, you have to think about it like this. When you're in a relationship and you're going out with your single friends are going to be able to do things that you're unable to do if you're a committed person to your partner or if y'all have a fair understanding, right? If you do not decide to step out. We don't know what's going on, but the moment that Tamar said, him and his wife, they have this agreement allegedly. At that point, it was nothing else for you to elaborate on because it was an understanding that they had. And either if you wanted to accept that or not, you brought Tony Braxton and Birdman in it. And I do see why you brought them in it because Tamar did date Birdman back in the day. Kaya said, you know, all of a sudden, I don't know, allegations. Well, Tamar is on prep. Okay. Tamar has also been in the news with the individual that said that Vince was his sugar daddy. And so when you talk about this industry and these acts of openness in their bedroom, I feel like it'll always be a problem when you invite somebody in, you don't have an understanding. And now our mom Wiggins is jumping in. He's like, well, you know what? It seems like, Funky Dineva is like going off the deep end. He has no self control. He pretty much sabotaged Fox Soul, went live on top of them. And he's just a very nasty person, even with Claudia. He was very nasty with her, then made up with her. And the people have had enough with Funky. They are saying that Funky should be focusing on his recovery and the news that he just received rather than coming out here lashing out on the people. Maybe speaking of lashing out, he did mention that Todd had a vasectomy. Yes. Oh, yes. Listen here. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull these receipts right quick. So, give me one moment. I need to bring this up. All right. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring up some messages and some clips, and we're just going to kind of take a listen to what it is. Now, remember when Tamar and Candy Burrs get into a huge fight on the Celebrity Big Brother? Let's get into it.
So what you talking about? I know how this show doing. That's not what I'm saying. I said relevancy. I said, and for the record, Family Hustle does well because of timing. Because she's relevant.
Oh, child.
And then she got.
But you can't make her let you get petty though.
I'm not gonna be petty. I'm telling her the story. I'm telling her the story.
I'm not saying you are, but I'm just saying the way it's gonna look, the way it's gonna look, and the thing that you're trying to.
It's always look like it's Tamar, and I'm just so. Why are you here? And I'm like, you don't watch Big Brother, no, but why are you here then? So why are you here? You don't watch Big Brother, why are you here?
You gonna let her take you out off your game?
I can't. No, my game is she gotta go. I walk up this whole set before I let Kandi Burruss make me look like I'm a fucking tyrant again.
She did it. That's what happened the first time.
Again.
Well, child, it's a lot. When you look at Tamar's past or her reputation or what's out here, let's get into this. Now, this is what set Funky Dineva off. Okay. Tamar Braxton addresses Mendici's relationship rumors prior to Funky Dineva's allegations. Now, this was just
So they started putting you to.
Now, this was just 2 days ago. So prior to Funky Dineva making comments about Tamar Braxton and reality star Mendici's, Tamar addressed rumors with the morning show Hustle. As previously reported last night, Funky alleged that Tamar and Mendici's have been quietly hooking up, kissing, etc. So let's go ahead and take a listen and let me know your thoughts.
Together. Do you and Mendici's have like anything beyond this film? Or?
No, to be honest, I barely even know him.
Okay.
to be honest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not like, we're cool,
Yeah.
but he's not like my homie. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
It's not
right.
like that. Yeah.
So they started putting you two together. Do you and Mendici's have like anything beyond this film? Or?
No, to be honest, I barely even know him.
Okay.
to be honest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not like, we're cool,
Yeah.
but he's not like my homie. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
It's not
right.
like that. Yeah.
So they started putting you two together. Do you and Mendici's have like
and he just
anything
got casted
beyond
in the
this film? Or
And
using a
here
different
we are.
name? Were you like a little hesitant? This is the one thing I will say.
That's a different
How I
name,
think
though.
people
We use
might
L'Oreal.
get tired in.
We use
Maybe
L'Oreal.
because you're using his name in the film. Did y'all ever think about
that. And he just got casted in the film, and here we are.
Okay, well, also, so in the
Yeah.
film, though, you know,
Yeah.
I was in there.
Yeah.
But me and you wasn't hugged up. So they saw the coziness, and some people said they ain't never seen him like that with Yandy.
Well, I've never met the lady, so
Yeah.
I've never
Okay, well, also, so in the
Yeah.
film, though, you know, I
never
was in
talked to
there.
her, never met
But
her.
me and you wasn't hugged up. So they saw the coziness, and some people.
Parallel to mine, and it worked out.
Yeah.
And we had a great time filming it. It was a very easy, fun shoot, and I don't know. Here we are, Heartbreak Retrograde, parallel to mine, and
You want to be like this? Let's be like this. Part of the problem with this whole thing was, Tamar, is that I was never comfortable with the relationship that you and Mendici's had in front of me. Okay. All of that, you want to be like this? Let's be like this. Part of the problem with this whole thing was, Tamar.
Now, this Child, what is really going on? My thing is, that's why I'm like confused. And I feel like this is a scheme that Todd set up.
Is that I was never comfortable with the relationship.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay, you got to think about this. Do y'all think that Yandy and Tamar got into it? I got a question. Like, do y'all feel like Yandy and Tamar got into it? I want to know. Child is, I don't, but like in this day and age, I wouldn't recommend anybody to be trying to be creeping with nobody's person. Child, it's like cameras everywhere. Like, get your own person. But here we go. So it's not just Funky speaking out. We have Tiffany Red. Y'all know Tiffany Red that has spoke out on Cassie's behalf and the music and things like that. Well, listen, she has a message for Tamar. If y'all know her, have her listen to this message.
Okay, so if you know Tamar, if you're a fan of Tamar, if you're a supporter of mine, please tag Tamar in this video, okay? Thank you. All right. Tamar, I've been trying to get in contact with you via email, through acquaintances. I've reached out to Vince, trying to get your signature on this letter of direction for Sound Exchange for the song King that we did 10 years ago. I have not been paid my Sound Exchange royalties for this song because the original letter of direction that was signed by Vince was not, it was rejected in 2017 by Sound Exchange because you did not submit an artist authorization form to give Vince the right to sign for you. And so, I've been trying to get in contact with you. I've contacted our mutual acquaintances, and they told me that you said that you weren't going to sign it, or tell her to call Vince, and talking about the fact that I've spoken publicly about working with you in the past. And the thing is that has absolutely nothing to do with this. This is a contract. It is a contract, and in the contract it states that I am owed 16.66% of all Sound Exchange royalties for the song King, period. So I've already let Vince know, and I've let you know via email that y'all had X amount of time for us to handle this privately. You didn't do it, which is so ridiculous to me. Like, this is not hard. Just sign it. Just be a stand-up businesswoman and just handle your business. It's not that hard. Like, I legit, when Sound Exchange reached out to me letting me know they have money for me, I hit them on the side, because we were copied on that, and you're copied on that email, but I hit them on the side and I asked, how much are they holding? Because I'm like, I need to know how much this is to even know if it's worth the fight. I know I'm gonna have to fight to get this money that I worked for. It's absolutely ridiculous. I've talked to Vince several times. Nothing has come from it. He's like, I'm going to work it out for you, calling me, hey, sweetie, I'm going to work this out for you. Vince, I'm not your sweetie. I'm not your sweetie. I'm a businesswoman. Would you be calling me sweetie if I was a man? No, you wouldn't. And I said to Vince, listen, just get it handled. But I have a sneaky suspicion. I'm not sure, but my suspicion is Vince probably can't get it handled because he needs Tamar, if you're watching this video, to sign the artist authorization form for him to even be able to sign on your behalf. So it still is up to you, which is why I'm making this video to you. Now, I've reached out to you and Vince, and I let y'all know that if I was not able to get this secured, you know, if I wasn't able to get this secure, that I'm going to have to take legal action to enforce my rights. I don't want to. I don't want to fight with you, girl. I don't, like, at all. Like, I got so much better shit to do than to be fighting with you. But here I am. And, you know, it's so crazy because it's like, this is the shit that made me quit. This is the shit that made me, because to me, it's not worth it. If I have to fight for every dime I worked for, this is not worth it. If I have to be stressed out and I got to potentially file lawsuits and all this kind of shit, go public and all kind of other stuff just to get paid for what I worked for. You know, I wrote that song in my living room in Burbank on my fucking couch by myself, wrote and produced. I own 85% of the publishing of that song. Like, and so it is severely, I feel so disrespected anytime.
All right, so when I think about Tiffany Red, I think that she's a very credible person. You said, did Tamar break up with, hold on, with that dreadhead, or am I late? Yes, Tamar Ben broke up with him. His name was, oh my God. Yeah, child, she has moved on. She was with that white guy, Jeremy, the attorney. Tamar has been out here doing the most. Hey, happy life. How are you doing? Hey, Honest Row. Who else has, and Miss Margie's in here? Yeah, so listen here. How do y'all feel about this this Tamar and Funky Dineva back and forth? Funky Dineva comes out, says, "Hey, you know, you were, laying up with this woman's husband. Well, he was laying on your sofa, and he was up in your your home, and things like that." Like, do y'all feel like it should be a mad day when friends are not on good terms? Should they air it out, or should they just kind of just take those secrets with them to their grave? All right, so we're going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. And if you guys want to call in and just sound off, I'm doing something different. I'm going to be having a call in show. Actually, we're working on a radio show. Okay, so we want to see how the call ins are going. We got some people watching, so we need you see how this is going to go. If you guys want to call in, the call in number is area code 405 437 4865. Mm-hmm. All right. And we're going to make sure the phone lines are open. The phone lines are definitely open. So if you guys want to call in and sound off, we will not. Well, actually, I guess I could drop the link. If you guys would like to sound off, just on the topic, what are your thoughts on Tamar Braxton being called out for being at Birdman's concert? You know, she was acting like, allegedly, um per Funky, that she was all over Birdman. And then Funky goes on to say, well, your mom and dad, they really messed it up with you. Like, I don't know. How do you think that she received that? How do you think she had taken that? Listen here, when you start bringing in family members and things like that, well, their family isn't perfect. And if if we really want to say something about, okay, we have a caller. Okay, caller, you are on the line.
All I gotta say is that Tamar knew more about Mandy. He did. Tamar definitely knew, was more intimate with Mendices, and she tried to act like she didn't know who he was. Oh yes, she did. And keep your hands off of married men. Keep your hands off of married men.
All right. All right, caller. Thank you so much for calling in. Listen.
I appreciate you. I enjoy watching you. I thank you.
All right. Thank you. You have a wonderful day on purpose, and thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
All right. So the caller says that Tamar knew that Mendices was married, and she still decided to go ahead and promote or do this and do that. Why not come out and defend your friend Funky? Why not speak up and say something? Because I feel like with her sitting back and watching, yes, I see how he got offended. Oh, you know this is going on. All right, we got another caller. Let's go ahead and take the call. All right, caller, you are on.
Hello, this is Margie.
Hi, Margie. How are you?
I am great.
Do you have,
Cameron knew better than doing what she was doing.
do you have a song in the background, Miss Margie?
Oh, hold on a second here, hon.
Okay.
How's that? Is that better?
Oh, yeah, that's way better. Go ahead and sound
Okay.
off.
I said Cameron knew better than what she was doing. She shouldn't have been up there knowing that the situation.
Mm. Yeah, so you're saying that Tamar knew what she was doing. So do you feel like Funky Dineva has any responsibility in this as well?
Yeah, some, but I think it's more on her than him.
Mm. Because allegedly she was creeping with someone else's husband.
Yep.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, listen, thank you for calling in and sounding off.
You're welcome. You have a blessed night, hon.
All right. On purpose. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right. Anybody else want to call in and sound off? What are your thoughts? I want to hear from the public. I have my points of views. My points of views are, it just seems like Atlanta, like when you speak about Atlanta, oh, we got another call. All right. You are live on the air.
Yes. Hey, how are you doing, Queen Tosa? Yeah, I have a difference of opinion to add to this Tamar situation.
Oh, do share.
I feel like that on a level, Funky Dineva stepped out of place by putting Tamar on blast for this because, yes, I like Mendici and Yancey. So, no, I don't want their relationship to be torn apart. But I do feel like Tamar was caught off guard. And I'm not sure about her relationship with Funky Dineva, but she really felt like, I feel, probably betrayed. I don't know how much, she may have told Funky, but, I feel like Funky had his own situations that he needed to be dealing with instead of, just throwing this out here like this. And, Tamar is just so caught off guard. And it's just like, she's like, well, I mean, Funky, I don't want to come out and tell this stuff yet. I'm really not ready for this. She wasn't ready. And now, it's just like she has all this press. And she's just trying to be Tamar. What about her feelings? I understand, okay, y'all say, oh, she's into this. But what about Tamar? At this point in time, she's just caught off guard. Funky Dineva's out here, and then she probably was worried about him. And then she's like, Funky, why you want me to take you to court? And I understand you're going through a sickness right now. So why would I want to do something like that? You're going to try to make me look even worse. I might have been with this man, but was I trying to take this man off of this lady's, off of her person? No, it could have just been a one night stand, or maybe just a little bit of, let me just get a little bit more of you, and I'm gonna send you right on back home. She's sending that hashtag send them back home, baby, and just let us do us. And Funky just got all up in there, like Funky. He has this whole butter skin. Funky, deal with butter skin. It's giving butter skin, Funky. And you ain't gonna let Tamar do her with. Man, he is an attractive guy. So I would never have expected him though to do anything outside of Yancey, because I know once he got out of jail that man went straight to Yancey. He's every bit of Yancey. But how things are. Tamar may have been feeling real good one night, a little horny, And she was like, God damn, look at DC with all the C's. And she may have just, did a little thing with him. I'm not saying it was right, like, take him on now, girl. But it happened. And I just feel like, she was doing her thing. And then here comes Funky. Just turn things apart, And that girl, she was not ready for this. She was not ready for what was in store for this. You would hear it in her voice. Tamar is caught off guard. Tamar was with that dreadhead that she probably thought loved her. We already know, that first relationship went, straight to the toilet. But that dreadhead was supposed to love her for the rest of her life. And then I guess he just left her flat. I didn't even hear anything else about that relationship. So what do y'all think Tamar's supposed to do now? What y'all think she's supposed to do? Mandeezy probably was hugging up on her. And, I can't find nobody. So she probably said, look, Nancy, can I just have a piece of your husband? I'm giving him right back, boo. And ain't nothing got to be said about it. Now, Funky gonna have the girl. You don't know how Yancy is feeling. Yancy was waiting for that man when he got out of jail. So you gonna never know. Tamar may just get beat up. And whose fault will it be? It's gonna be Funky Dineva's fault. If she get beat up, she gonna get her beat up. I mean, she ain't got no man. She ain't got no man. Y'all ain't gonna just let her do a what? He is not gonna leave Yancy for Tamar. He ain't gonna do that. But now it's just bad. It's gonna make Tamar look bad now. So I don't know. I just hope I hope that the Braxtons just love up on her. I know half of the time they be throwing that girl here and there. Tamar isn't treated right. What about Tamar? I'm sorry, darling. I just want to put it out there in the surface.
All right. Well, listen, thank you for calling in. You had some great points there. Listen.
Thank you.
All right, baby. Call back.
Okay. All right. Talk to you later.
All right, listen here. Our caller did not hold back. And this is what I was going to say. And shout out to Yancy. Okay, the caller said Yancy. Shout out to Yancy. The caller said Yancy, honey. All right, Yancy. But this is my thing. Kandi, no shade, but Tamar, you and Kandi are friends. I mean, like, girl, you might as well just go ahead and go to the Lady Pond. But I have to say this. You don't necessarily have to go to the Lady Pond. There are individuals out there that have open marriages. So that's why I said, like, yeah, Funky probably overstepped in certain ways. And now conversations are going to be had, And my thing is, like, where's an NDA? Like, if you're going to be partying with the queen, you're going to have to sign a non-disclosure. And this is why they are so important. And that's why Kandi, I don't understand, like, Tamar, you're friends with Kandi. Well, I don't know if y'all friends now, like y'all, oh my God, I don't think they have like a strange relationship. But long story short, Kandi makes the girls sign an NDA. Okay. You're not going to come over here. You're not going to party with me, and you're not going to go to the internet and blast me out. Okay. Not even Todd's going to do it. But when we think about the Tamar and Funky Dineva situation, it's how are you a ride or die friend? How down are you going to be for a friend? How honest can you be with your friend? What you got to weigh out the pros and the cons. If this was a problem, why didn't you address it from the jump street, right? There is one thing about me. Now, if I fall out, we're going to fall out behind the scenes, and I'm going to say everything behind the scenes. But come down here and saying this, that, and the third, because I'm having a moment. Where was your support system? Where was your support system? Like, somebody should have taken your devices and said, you know what? You just got some news. Let's just kind of like, let's go have a salad. Let's go have a salad, some tea. Somebody should have ushered you away from the keyboard, Funky, because it's not what you do, is how you do it. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't, oh, you You knew what you knew, right? You knew what you knew. But now you got to a space where you got elevated, you got frustrated, and you got out of body, and you said some things that you can't take back. And that's one of the things that I learned in anger management. You know, stop, breathe before you make that choice or that decision. You know, oh, you got me effed up. So you let somebody control you. You as an adult let another adult get you out of your body to make you act a certain type of way. Where was the accountability? You had a responsibility, right, to do the right thing. That's why they say trouble is so easy to get into and it's so hard to get out of. You know what I'm saying? And we have to, as adults, if we're content creators, if we have relationships with celebrities and things like that, I feel like there should be a line that should not be crossed. You know, at any point in time, you feel uncomfortable, move around, say something, speak up about it. You a grown man. You can come out here and tell us what happened and how it happened, what time, this, that, and the third, but you can go to that woman and tell her, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this. And I don't want to inconvenience our friendship or, make you feel a certain type of way, but let's have, y'all should have took this to therapy. Funky, you should have took this to your therapy. Okay, I have a friend. This is what she participates in. Your therapist, they can't say nothing. Even if they saw Tamar out, they can't go over and say, hey, Tamar, well, Quinn was in my office and we were discussing it. No, it does not work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to do better as, new media. And Funky has been around for a long time. What example is he showing us as up and coming? Us, he's about to pass the baton to us. When I pass the baton, I want to pass it and I want to pass it with wisdom. If you have sources that you can get information that are, what I'm saying, supporting you, never reveal your sources. Never reveal your sources. That's just uh um this is it's just common sense, but common sense is so common to certain people. Even if, hey, y'all might not agree, might have a conversation, might get a little heated. Remember, it's an opinion. Opinion is not facts. It's a discussion. Go in it not wanting to win the argument, but contribute to the argument. You get what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to Tamar, I feel like you owe I feel like you owe, like, okay, who's all gonna be there? Okay, well, hey, um, this is, you should let somebody know the game plan. Give them a heads up. But then if you give them a heads up, then it could wreck your plans. And then it's like, oh my God, I didn't told them. And I don't know if they're genuinely here or if they're here to take notes. So I just say don't do two wrong things at the same time. You was with somebody's husband and you were in the company of individuals that you could not trust. And it's very apparent that you could not trust them because, hey, here's Mad Day, here it goes. And now your character is, you know, now up for scrutiny. And people are going to run with a narrative, and you don't give a damn because you have more money than him. And if you wanted to take him to court, you could drag it out. You could drain him of his funds. Unless he gets like, um, I don't even think that it should go that far. I think that Tamar, you do owe him honesty. As a woman, like, girl, do not invite me and you on some shenanigans, girl. Somebody might pull up. You know, what if, let's just say Yancey. Okay, shout out to the caller that called in, called Mendici's wife, Yancey. Okay, so say if Yancey showed up on the scene and she got the, you know what I'm saying? And it's on and popping. Did y'all not see Latasha, the lady that was dealing with that pastor, and the the mistress got him together, sent him up to see his maker? Hmm. It's serious. I say get your own man. Stop playing with these people's men. If y'all got a understanding, let that be the understanding. Why can't y'all two just hook up and do what y'all got to do? Why does it have to be broadcasted? It's, I guess Funky Dineva got upset because y'all was doing too much public display of affection, and honey, he wasn't getting no loving. And girl, with you over there with your thigh and your leg all crossed, honey, made him feel a certain type of way, honey. He wish he had on his stockings that day because, baby, it would have been a runner up in them stockings, honey. And it's given, you should have had somebody for him, honey. He wants to get nasty. Girl, he wants to get up, he wants to party and play. Y'all was out. He wants to party and, honey, and he wanted to play. And that's just kind of what I feel like it was. But those are just my thoughts, my opinions. They are not facts. This is all speculation. I do want to say that what else did I want to say? Oh, I wanted to let y'all hear this. Let's take a listen to this. We'll be right back.
Girl, your spaced out ass is being charged with lying to the goddamn people. And the few little fans you have left to try to promote and Todd and Through ass album and a low budget non-acting ass tubing movie that we the black people or the saltine goddamn crackers is watching or gives a fuck about, ain't gonna watch or support, stream or buy, because we didn't want this or ask for this motherfucking shit at all. Tay girl trying to put on all this shit for to promote a tubing movie and a Todd ass singer that isn't working. Setting Kokiana Dineva up for this bullshit that he or us knew shit about, because we don't care. We don't give a fuck about you. Tay, why you been tied through and done for, girl? Pretending to be hurt to sell music that isn't selling. Always doing shit to stay relevant when it isn't working. It's feeling like all your sisters' relationships and your marriages and engagements, bitch, because don't nobody want your loud, extra tied and through ass. Being crazy as a Betsy bug, thinking you made it and is about to get some shit money, but you ain't. Just a waste of your fucking savings account on this movie and album that ain't selling like wet motherfucking dope, aka we ain't buying the bitch. Okay, being the, little bald-headed bitch that cries wolf, girl, did you really get your ass whooped or not?